Hello, and welcome to Gunpla Reviews, where it is myself versus my shelf. Some 160 model kits and a few reviews to do. Today, we are beholding the high-grade Gundam Seed Kerberos BuCUE Hound. This is a kit that appears primarily in the Gundam Seed Astray Delta frame manga or photo series, whatever that is, but also a different colored version appears in Gundam Seed Stargazer. This is a custom unit piloted by Alec lad. There's a blurb on him in Japanese for those of you that can read it. The first panels inside of the manual, not the manga, are some probably clips from the manga, which use the model kits rather than drawings or CG renders. So this must be in a style similar to Gundam Sentinel. Down here we finally have the listed model number, the TMF/A802W2. See that boy in action here. Get some more manga-esque scans over here. Looks like he's fighting a djinn, maybe? Some kind of red djinn. And some color guides down here. Inside the manual, it's your standard 4-page affair, starting here with the runners. This runner in particular is all beam effect parts. And then you go to your head and body construction, beginning on your legs, continuing your legs, your hind legs now, building the wings and attaching everything together. And then the accessory, another set of heads as well as a backpack and adapter. The only page left on this is final assembly and the very specific inserting of all of the effect parts, because they all have different shapes, sizes, and places they go, as well as a very basic transformation to a more tank-like form, very similar to what we have seen with the logo. Down here is an extra piece for your various model kit, mostly your Astrays. You can take the horn off of one of the heads, attach a beam saber into that, and it also comes with an extra beam saber part to connect both sides for a sort of a naginata situation. I did not dig that part out, but it's there to show you. I have the part buried in my toolbox down here. But let's go. Let's talk about the model itself. The head is on a ball joint deep down inside of there, and a very curious set of segments and cords. If you go too far with it, you'll pop it out and see how it's assembled. It's got 2 rubber tubes in here as well. That's a ball joint that just pops in. Down here you have a very easy to miss mouthpiece, as well as a little bit of wiggle so you can expose the mono eye down in there. Please focus. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. You can see that mono eye sticker down in there. There's also a couple of stickers up here on the head, mostly camera effects. So just simply pop that right back into place. No loss. Except when I can't pop it back into place. There we go. With the front legs, you can go all the way forward until you're blocked by the wings. All the way back until you hit the hind legs. At the shoulder, you've got a double joint here. And because it's a bit old and well constructed, just a little bit of stiffness in this paw. And then you've got the little bit of flex in the treads, so you can flatten them out and lay it in the tank formation. We're not going to be dealing with that today. No thank you. The hind legs also go all the way forward until they clash with an interactable. Swing them all the way back around to once again clashing with interactables. The same double joint at the leg, a little bit of wiggle at the tread. I apologize for my hands being in the way. We're trying a new camera setup today. And then the paw. Of course we're trying a new camera setup because we have a backdrop. Up here, you can pop this apart just a little bit. Little gentle pull, you'll get some, and that'll give you some range of motion. You'll also see a connection point here, a hard point for something later. And then you have your wings, go up, too far up, and you just pop them off. And then down until they hit the arms. Now our boy, our good little boy, has himself a nice wide array of beam effect parts. You get two here that go in the front, one here that plugs into the mouth, and two beam fangs. There we go. Now each of the beam fangs is going to plug into the side right here. Down here in this hidden mouth, you're going to plug one of these right into its face. Once you get it in there, you just press that close and you'll be set. These last ones will go into the side of the face, so your good boy can protect and attack. Yeah, I totally put that one in upside down, like an idiot. Let's try that again. There we go. So give me 1 second while I recover that. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Pop that in here. Pop that in right under the jaw. Now, of course, minding the manual, you saw that there is just more than one. It also comes with the Kerberos Wizard. What did that wiki say? I believe it said Kerberos Wizard. A wizard backpack, which is a series of connection points that attach to various mobile suits in the Gundam Seed franchise. Very much so like the Impulse. What's the Impulse? Did that use backpacks? I believe the Impulse used backpacks. It's got 2 points of connection. One that goes exclusively for the Kerberos to plug it into its backpack. And the other is compatible with 99.9% of any of your Zaku warriors that you may have in the Gundam Seed line. Very much akin to its its primary head. You get a nice large range of motion going back and forth. As you can see, I'm knocking out these effect parts, and each of these effect parts go into the forehead, which is aforementioned can be removed and used as some sort of blade for another kit with hands. It does need a little pressure to pop it back in there though. Down here you get some jaw action if you press it at the back, and doing so will expose the cannon therein. So pop that back in. We're going to retrieve those beam effect parts that we dropped. And each one of these plugs into the side of the head right over here. I have to remember to operate on camera, because I am trying to be professional as much as I'm very much a rookie here. And that simply plugs right into the backpack like so. So, in conclusion, ZEON says, prototype it? If you already have a BuCUE, there's not much different going on aside from the backpack itself. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a very easy find. If you find one out in the wild and this is your kind of jam, especially white mobile suits or a elite ace pilot mobile suits, because your boy Alec Ladd is no slacker, then I certainly suggest if you're all about your ace units that come from grunts. But if you already have a BuCUE in your collection, then there's not a whole lot of reason to get another one. You can paint that one white, you just won't have this backpack going on. I thank y'all for watching. And as always, see ZEON.